Latest data show that processing and manufacturing remain a key driver of Vietnam's economic growth. The sector accounts for around a quarter of GDP and more than 85% of merchandise exports. The challenge now is turning stronger production into greater value created at home.
Around 90% of this company's output goes directly to FDI manufacturers in Vietnam. Over the past decade, production has increased ninefold, but the bigger shift is from individual parts to higher value products.
We used to supply only molds or small parts. We now aim to provide entire component assemblies. This creates significant added value and establishes our core competency.
40% of this company's production is now exported to the United States, Japan, and Europe, while half supplies foreign invested manufacturers in Vietnam. The company has expanded by around 20% annually.
To partner with major corporations, we must operate on a large scale enough to meet the production volume requirements. As for technical aspects, accessing new technologies is not overly difficult. We can import them, hire experts, or conduct our own research and development.
But scaling up requires capital. As Vietnamese manufacturers invest more in automation and higher value production, access to financing remains a constraint. Businesses are therefore calling for more direct tax incentives, particularly for domestic manufacturers joining FDI and export chains.
When domestic enterprises manufacture goods for foreign companies, tax incentives similar to those applied to direct exports could be considered.
As manufacturing moves towards higher value production, the basis of competitiveness is also changing.
Labour cost was an important part and remains an important part. But most importantly is productivity per unit of labour. And that's where Vietnam has progressed significantly. It's moved what it's producing and it's moved up the value chain as a result.
Sustaining that shift will require greater investment in technology and skills.
Investment in research and development must be increased to build a workforce capable of mastering core technologies. Only with core technologies can we develop core industries, strengthen economic autonomy, and achieve high growth.
Vietnam aims to raise processing and manufacturing to around 28% of GDP by 2030. Experts say higher productivity, stronger technology, and greater domestic value creation will be key to sustaining manufacturing's role as a major driver of economic growth.